Hi everybody. So I'm just here in my studio and I'm filming a quick intro to today's protest video update, because on my way to my protest in a bus shelter I saw this a story from a media group called Ottawa Bestie News. And it's advocacy from someone called Sarah Kim. So I think that's Sarah right there. And so then I wanted to help share Sarah's awareness and advocacy campaign here that I saw in a bus shelter by St. Paul Fake University and Dangerous Call. So the title is "We Need to Save People from Mental Hospital." Sarah Kim expressed her concern over the malpractice of mental hospitals in Ottawa. According to her research and personal experience, there are many bright-minded people who are involuntarily locked up in mental hospital and forcibly medicated by psychiatrists. We asked her what she had been through by corrupted system. So this is in quotations. My ex-boyfriend, Justin Charette, used to tell me that he will lock me up in a mental hospital using his connection with RCMP. A day prior to our breakup, he firmly said someone in a high position at the RCMP decided to arrest me so that they could lock me up in a mental hospital. He works at RCMP. Also, he said his mother works at Health Canada as a second highest position. So I think that English is these people's second language, or not their first language. So just a few hours after breakup with my ex-boyfriend, I got arrested by police officers and got locked up in mental hospital, 4 North Ottawa General Hospital, 501 Smythe Street in Ottawa. Smythe Road, excuse me. When I asked the police officer, Constable Hammer Nielsen, why I'm getting arrested for involuntary mental hospitalization, he replied, because we have to. There's a link to the voice recording, so I'll be posting the image that I took, and you can find the link there if you wanted to go follow that link and listen to the audio recording that is posted there. Psychiatrist said I have a mental disorder that will lead to self-harm, and I'm not mentally capable of making a decision. Dr. Eric Chan, my attending psychiatrist at Ottawa Mental Hospital, kept proposing having my ex-boyfriend, Justin Charette, as my guardian for medication treatment. I never gave contact information of Justin Charette to the hospital and police. I never informed Justin Charette about my admission to the mental hospital and police arrest. But both hospital and police knew about Justin Charette's contact information and were in communication with him. Dr. Veronica McCarthy and Dr. Eric Chang locked me up in mental hospital and tried to force medication on me. So I applied to a hearing at Consent and Capacity Board to protect my right. Dr. Chan refused to share legal documentation with me regarding my hearing. The presiding member of the panel ordered Dr. Chan to share the legal documentation with me. I found out his legal documentation were filled with lies against me. She won her hearing at Consent and Capacity Board on July 30th, 2025. She got discharged from the mental hospital the following day. According to our research, it is not just her who is experiencing unjust treatment from publicly funded institutions. There are a lot of people who are locked up for no reason. We should free them. So yeah, it's provincial. Health is in Canada. Health is provincial, okay? And health is publicly funded. And in Canada, health is big big money. Health is those are the biggest budgets in Canada. So there's a piece of legislation called the Mental Health Act. And in the Mental Health Act, depending on what province you're in, there's a process called, in Ontario, it's called Form 1. So if you can, if you're successful in getting a Form 1 on someone, then police will enforce it, and it's an involuntary hospitalization for a period of usually 72 hours. And so then, like they need reasons to do that, and they need evidence to do that. But these things are weaponized against people. And so then it's common in, the modern version of Indian country that we have up here. This process is well known, and it's well used, and it's also well weaponized against Indigenous men and women, children, people, and youth. And so, and there's even slang terms for it. For example, it's called getting formed out. Okay. So, like I said, it's very common. Even my own mother threatened to get me formed out just a few weeks ago. So, I mean, now that I mentioned that, I'll also say that after my uncle died recently, something happened with my mom, who knows what, and she actually did send me some help, some in the form of some money, which is good, because I'm definitely in need at the moment. And she sent enough that I can probably stretch out over a couple of months. So that's good. I just wanted to say that. Because I said the other thing. So, it is what it is, and this is how things are. So yeah, I just wanted to help Sarah Kim get the word out about how she was forcibly confined into a mental hospital without her consent, and then released after having to appear before this board that she had to appear in front of. And also it seems that she has a controlling ex-partner, and a coercive, controlling ex-partner who is weaponizing his associations and knowledge, and against a female. And so all those things are very concerning. And I think it's very courageous of them to post this information. And also they're saying that they're on a mission to free people who are locked up for no reason. So yeah. So I'll just post that image right after this video, and if you're interested in it, take a screenshot so you can have time to read it. I'll just post that information for 3 to 5 seconds, and then it'll get into my video update for today's protest outside, protesting the issues that happen to me, which is erasure by genocide, or excuse me, genocide by erasure by racists and genociders at St. Paul, a fake university and dangerous cult here in Ottawa. Thanks for watching. Okay, good morning, everybody. So this morning I'm here at Main Street and Hazel. Right outside St. Paul University over there. And by that main entrance, there's a couple of little signs that direct people to a book fair that they have. This parking lot is pretty busy. Although that could be, there's also some kind of market happening over here. It looks like maybe like a farmer's type of market, like a pop-up. So, I mean, it could be that, or it could also be for this book fair. I don't know. I don't know why it's. This is like if all that is for the book fair, then that's the most popular event that I've seen at St. Paul so far since I've been here. I've been around here. I don't know where they advertise that book fair, or with what kind of demographic it is so popular, but that's good for me because I'm here today to take another opportunity of the many that they give me to raise awareness about the reality here at St. Paul University. It's a fake university and that it's a dangerous call. So, I've made many of these videos. You can have another look. For example, this is one of my old signs. St. Paul erases MMIWG survivors. So they erased me from this university, and they used a variety of racist and genocidal methods to do that. And those methods are well known, and they're now well documented in the academic literature around First Nations and other Indigenous peoples' experiences in post-secondary. So, and that's another thing about all this is that, when you're when you're being trained, like this is literally what they're training students in here, right? So they're training all Canadian students, and they're also training international students on how to use these methods against each other, but also how to genocide First Nations by erasure. Imposing financial hardship and difficulties, all these kinds of various things that they do. They even tried to ruin my academic reputation, and they fabricated evidence in order to accomplish that as well. So it's hilarious because they used academic fraud, an allegation of academic fraud against me, accusing me of fabricating sources, which is false. And it's easy to, you can have a look at my PhD proposal that I developed here at St. Paul University. It's 2 years of work, and it's based on authentic sources, and that's easy for you to see for yourself if you wanted to go on my ResearchGate and find that information there. So then what they often do is they they're projecting their own bad actions onto others, and so it's them that are fabricating that are doing the fabrications. You see what I'm saying? So this is all very typical, and this is not a unique experience that I had. This is a common experience had by many people. As I said, it's well documented, and the thing about it is that when you use these kinds of methods against other humans, you know that that's violence, and you know that that's wrong. And it's very difficult to reconcile that and still function. And so what happens is that literally parts of their brain are being damaged and dying off. A lot of that time, the parts of the brain that are being damaged are on the right side, where people have the capacity for social social functions in society, including empathy and compassion, all that kind of stuff. These things those things are quite bothersome to genociders and racists, and so literally these parts of their brain are dying. There's other damage that happens in the prefrontal cortex and other areas. I mean, I'm not an expert in these kinds of things, but I know that those things are true, and so then they end up becoming really incapable thinkers, and so that's why they continue to use these old methods that are well documented to try to keep their sort of control over the fakeness of academia and the opportunities of the fake academia structure, and the funding, of course, that is available in the fake academic structure, much of which is public funds. Like I was saying last time, another way to say that is taxpayer money. So these are some of the things that people need to be aware of, especially people who are new to Canada. They need to know that genociding First Nations by erasure is not something that you can get away with. and it's not something that that comes without any like accountability, because they are accountable. As you can see, I'm out here, and that's how we know that this whole idea that you can genocide First Nations by erasure without any consequence is not real. That's about it. I have everybody's favorite sign today. If you are going by, you may see your favorite sign. So, you know, if you honk, I'll wave. And I have another sign, of course. St. Paul University teaches racism and genocide. So that's pretty well it. On the back, I have erasure is genocide. So that's what I'm doing today. The book fair is today and tomorrow, and so I'll probably have another update for you tomorrow. Over there is that if you're interested, they've got some kind of pop-up farmers market over there if you want to check that out. And it's a lovely day out here in Old Ottawa East. Thanks for watching.